going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It took me an entire NFL season, but I finally got my hands on one. Today we're going to review an authentic on-field Nike Elite Vapor jersey. Let's take a look. So like I said before, for whatever reason, I don't know if it was Nike, I don't know if it was the Chargers, knowing the Chargers management or ownership, it could have been them. But for whatever reason, they didn't sell an authentic on-field jersey last season. The entire season, I waited for one to come out. Finally, when one dropped by the end of the season, it sold out instantly. So I wasn't able to get one. They finally restocked them, finally got an order in. Here it is. This is a Nike Vapor Justin Herbert number 10 on-field jersey. These things are fabulous. I mean, Nike knows how to make uniforms, man. Everything about this jersey is top notch. I'm going to be doing another video, another real versus fake video, just like I did with the MLB jerseys. I'm going to do it with this one as well. I'm actually wearing a knockoff right now, Justin Herbert jersey. I don't know if you can, I don't know how well you can see it here on camera, but I mean, just putting them up next to each other, the color of the knockoff's not even really right. It's more of a powder blue. The Chargers use an electric blue now, which is an awesome color. I mean, these things are fabulous. Holding it, it doesn't feel like a t-shirt. It actually feels like a completely different material than even the replica jersey, which I have back there. The Derwin James. That's a replica. It's a licensed NFL jersey, but it's one step down from this one. That jersey up there is $149.99. These are $330 bucks. These are made to the specifications of the players to be worn on field. So these jerseys, they're great jerseys, and I'm kind of torn because I really love the jersey. I love the quality. I love everything about it. But when you wear this jersey, I tried it on earlier, and it feels like I'm back in high school on a Friday, and coach said we have to wear our uniform to school. It's literally the exact same feeling. So the lettering, we'll just start off there. Single layer tackle twill. You'll notice, boom, right there on the back, Herbert, big bold letters. What I noticed that I didn't notice before, and I'll put B-roll up here so you guys can see all this up close, but the font and the lettering of this jersey are both italicized. So a lot of the knockoffs and a lot of the imitations, they actually don't get it right. The numbers are directly up and down. They're straight, completely vertical. These ones aren't. The lettering itself, a little bit off kilter. It's italicized. It's super crisp, very sharp. The H, E, R, the T. I don't know if you can see it, but every stitch in there has purpose. It's just a super, super clean name tag. The material itself, like I said, it's different than even the replicas, the $150 jerseys. It's stiffer. It feels like it's meant to be played in. The material itself, it's stiff, as in it holds its shape, but it's very, very stretchy. Like, look at this. It's super elastic, and it just goes back to where it was. It's supposed to be 100% polyester, just like the other one, but it feels different. Like I said, it's a lot more sturdy. The collar, it holds up really well. If you see the one that I'm wearing right now, the material, it's almost like a t-shirt material. It's really soft, really flimsy. It's nice to wear. This thing's meant to be played in. So the material on this jersey is a lot stiffer. The authentic jerseys, on the collar, it says bolt up. The letters on here are real crisp, real clean. I don't know if they're supposed to be straight or not, because I feel like this is not. I don't know if it really matters. The one major change to the Chargers uniforms that they made, there's a couple. The paneling's different, the lettering's different, the breathable mesh panels are different, but for years and years and years, even the authentic Chargers jerseys, the bolts used to be stitched. One of the biggest giveaways you're going to see on, just walking away down the street is somebody that has stitched bolts, because the new on-field jerseys, and even the replicas get it right, is the bolts are no longer sewed on. They're screen printed. Whatever screen printing technique that Nike uses, it feels different than even the one that I'm actually wearing a knockoff. The replica's back there. But it feels different than a regular screen printing. It's actually pretty stretchy. You can actually stretch the screen printing. I guess it's meant to be pulled and tugged. So that is one of the major differences in the Chargers jersey specifically, is the bolts on the shoulders are screen printed now. So looking at the sleeves of this jersey, you look at the one I have on, it's got regular arm sleeves. They're meant to be worn every day. This jersey, and I'll put a better video up of this, but it's got shortcut sleeves. So this one, it's meant for a shoulder pad. So if you were to fill these shoulders with pads, that's about as much sleeve. I don't know if you can even hear me. That's about as much sleeve as you're going to get. It lends to the authenticity of the jersey. Really nice. It's got an elastic armband to try to keep it tight around your shirt or around your shoulder. But these are literally made as player specifications. So it's got a shoulder pocket in there. Not much of a sleeve. I'll be honest with you. They never did that before. The last authentic jersey that I had, it didn't really have a pocket built into the sleeve. It had regular long sleeves. I assume they made them for the fans because they knew they were going to wear them. They're never going to have pads in them. But I think that adds to the authenticity of the jersey. Having that shoulder pad, so when you lift your shoulders, the sleeves come up, your shoulders curl, and it feels like a real NFL jersey. Absolutely fantastic. The letters and the numbers are still tackle twilled. It's a single layer tackle twill on the name. It's a single layer tackle twill on the number, but the numbers are dual colored. So it's two pieces of fabric laid on top of each other and then tackle twilled together. So it's actually a dual layer tackle twill on the number. I apologize. Like I said, I'll put close-ups of all this, but you can see 2 layers of stitching on the number itself, a single layer stitching on the letters. Last year, the Chargers also changed their collar. They used to have the flywire collar that Nike used to wear. They have the V-necks on them now. Generally, the replicas and the knockoffs get the V-neck right in look, but the V-neck serves a purpose. It's actually made to keep the structure of the neck straight while you're wearing pads inside of the jersey. The material that they use, it's a structured material, and it also has stitching on the inside of it. If you can see the horizontal stitching to help keep structure. The NFL shield, it's a metallic NFL shield. It is rubber. It's embossed, so if you run your fingers over it, you can actually feel every little star and detail on there. Really, really nice collar. On the inside, the jock tag. This kind of surprised me a little bit because the 149 replica jerseys, they have a ironed-on jock tag. This one's actually sewn into the shirt, and I'll get you guys a close-up of that as well. I got a size 52. When I went on the website, it said to order up a size because these are actually cut like player jerseys. So you look at the sleeves, they're cut for pads. It's got a pad pocket in it. They're super nice. It feels great when you wear it. I want to size up. To be totally honest with you, I kind of wish I didn't. The 52, I wear an extra large t-shirt. The size 52 actually fits me a little big. I don't know if it's because of the way that it's cut. It's got the pocket pads on the shoulders. If you look at the paneling here, the bolt has its own section of material, and then the arm is cut off short, just like the players would wear. So I think it actually makes it a little bit big. If you read the descriptions on the website, the reason I went up one size is the website description says it's supposed to fit tight on the shoulders and on the sleeves, and it probably would if I got the right size. I went up. If you're going to order one, I probably wouldn't. The Nike swooshes on the side, sewn on patches. They're not sewn directly to the jerseys like the replicas or the knockoffs are. You can see the one right here on my sleeve. This is sewn directly onto the shirt. It's not actually a patch. That right there is an actual patch sewn directly to the shirt. So it's a patch that's made and then sewn to the shirt. It's not sewn directly onto the shirt, if that makes sense. I have a laser cut satin twill jock tag. This is kind of another giveaway for anybody that's wearing a replica or a knockoff. These jock tags are really well made. They're laser cut and they're made out of a really stiff material. So over time, these jock tags, they don't like fold up and crease like the knockoff ones do. They keep their shape. So if you notice, like just looking at it, I just pulled it out of the bag maybe an hour ago, but it's completely flat. And has a little bit of a reflective surface. Nike logo, NFL logo, Players Association, and the size. On the jock tag, engineered to the exact specifications of the National Football League. So that's pretty cool too. It's a little bit different than the one that's on the replica jersey. The officially licensed replica has a jock tag, but it's not laser cut, so it's not the thicker material. It's just a sewn on patch. So it's a little bit, wobbly. Another thing that they did last season when they revamped these jerseys is the Chargers went with a 3-panel back. The old Chargers jerseys, the old Nike ones, the back panel was mesh on the bottom and it was mesh on the front stomach. I'll get a picture. I have one in the closet. I'll get a picture of that for you guys too. But what they did with last year's when they revamped them is they went with a 3-panel backing. So I don't know how well you can see this, but from here you get like a pyramid shape. It goes directly down the center of the back, comes this way, comes that way. So you get this little triangle there in the middle of the back. And what that is the top is your standard jersey material. The bottom panel is actually a breathable mesh material. The mesh that they use on these jerseys is such a fine mesh, and it's cut directly into the jersey material. So I don't know how well you can see that. I'm gonna get a video for you guys, but it's the same material that they use on both panels. It just looks like they laser cut breathable holes into the bottom panel. With that said, the front is all one piece of material, and I've never seen them do this on another jersey. I was looking at the Falcons jersey. The Falcons jerseys have a panel. The Raiders jerseys have an entire mesh front. The Los Angeles Chargers jerseys, they did a really cool like breathable panel on the front, but it blends into the front of the jersey. So if you see the mesh there, goes all the way from the bottom and it blends its way into the top, and right here it gets thinner and thinner and then just disappears. So on the very front of the jersey, you have breathability down here. You have material to soak up sweat up here, but there's no end. It's a seamless mesh transition. It's really, really cool. I've never really seen anything like it before. And I honestly think it's one of like the bigger changes that they made to the jersey. So on the front of the jersey, it's just completely clean. You still have the mesh so when you're running and playing, that mesh front allows you to breathe still, but you don't have the seam line on your stomach, which is I would assume that they were trying to get rid of. You still have the seam line on the back. I would assume is because they don't care. You ever seen a player with shoulder pads on? They have that big crease where the shoulder pads end on their back anyway. So I guess it wouldn't really matter. But yeah, the mesh panel on the front is fantastic. It's completely seamless and it runs right. It runs right up through the front of the jersey. Runs right up through the front of the jersey. Still have the tags on here if you want to take a look at the tags. So, on-field apparel, NFL Players Association, some verbiage there with an authentication tag, little metallic NFL one, which they're starting to fake really well now. Standard fit actually isn't correct. Kind of weird. And then the back one's a price tag, $3.25. Ordered it directly from NFL Shop. It took like 3 days to show up. They shipped it out really, really fast. Like I said, this jersey's fantastic. I love everything about it. I love the way it feels. I love the stretchiness of it. I love the cut. I love the one thing that Nike gets right is how clean everything is. There's no feathering on the letters. Every stitch is ended well. There's no feathering on the end of the stitching. Everything is just super clean. The letters are super sharp. The numbers are super sharp. Everything about it is just A+ quality. For the money, you can't go wrong. The one thing like I said earlier, that's a little bit weird about the jersey is they're made to player specifications. So those jerseys, it literally feels like a Friday night in high school. Coach made you wear your jersey to school. It feels stiff when you put it on. It doesn't feel like a t-shirt. When you raise your arms, the pockets without shoulder pads, they kind of bunch up like your old football jersey used to do when you were in high school, or if you ever played Pop Warner. That jersey really feels, it gives you the feel of being an NFL player without having to put the pads on and take the field. You know exactly what it feels like to wear one of those jerseys. So, well, that's about it, guys. I covered the whole jersey. If there's anything I missed, let me know down in the comments. I did post a video the other day with a coupon code that'll save you $65 on one of those jerseys. It's a honey code that I just came across when I was ordering that jersey. So I'll put the code down in the description here. You guys let me know in the comments what jerseys you're going to order, what you're looking forward to this NFL season. If you liked the video, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. It helps us out, helps the algorithm show us to new people. If you guys have any questions, make sure to leave them down in the comments. Until next time, see you then. Peace.